run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Not enough for the first, and he's still going. Gets away from one. He's got space. Open space. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Fielded in the end zone, it's Dillon. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll win it with it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
The Commodores will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds.
Trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he finds some solid space.
needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
And the Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's out. Throws to the tight end. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten it wrong. We expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss. And always put it right on the face mask, right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attack. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Don't let him run. The trenches. Exploit them here on this drive. Put him in their place. Come on. Sit down the field, offense.
Now on 2nd down.
Keep moving.
He'll keep it himself. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. Dropping back. It's brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
It's a nice job running the end route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive
to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They go to the ground. Pick up the 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. To the air. It's out. Pocket breaking down. And to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives live? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave up the completion, what do you do? You set up 4th and long, you're going to get the ball back, go get some water and sell it.
We've reached the break, and Penn State is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Might be calling a hot route. Tight end now in motion. Play action on 1st down. Did not take long to get into the end zone now and see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation where we might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little space. He has the first and goal. They bring him down with the big play. Will move the sticks.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's out. Kept it loose past him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. Looking for room. Strong run. Picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. In the backfield, it's Singleton. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's out. It's on target. Here's King before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Nittany Lions trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Slams it ahead.
This defense practices creating turnovers. They do it all week long, whether it's interceptions, whether it's recovering fumbles, and you see how excited they get. Look at the energy this defense has once this defender is off and running. That was a big-time play.
No turning back now. It's 4th and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Look right here, one time.
The Nittany Lions will go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pound their way in. They stop and show the mark, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the handoff. Gives him the big step up. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. The Commodores just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He'll have to check his feelings after that play, but he did get the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Soften them up on the run. Slams it downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's just to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for it. Going for it. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
3 puntos, solo 3 puntos, muchachos.
And it's good from 58 yards out.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man. It's Aller. He'll put it down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy is so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Throws toward the end zone. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. It's up.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's out. Oh, he wants it off. Right sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Speed kept moving until he was down to the 5. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Dillon. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Those chains, keep it moving.
Back to pass, it's Fabio. Here comes the heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime.
Spread the ball around this drive. 42, Spider. Moving.
Takes the hand. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Let's get 6 right here.
He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You're right, because you only get 7 possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Back to pass. It's Fabio. Throws to the line. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Runs through the tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Commodores line up to punt it away. They boot it away on 4th down. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10.
Inside their own 10-yard line, you got to give yourself some space to work, so you dial up the run play, and your offensive line delivers. Huge holes up front for that big game.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And that defense is there and got him out of bounds after a short gain. The Nittany Lions are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Guys, get him! Run it!
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time. Superhero to make the grab. What a night he's putting together, and that grab was just spectacular.
And there's just something about night games. You sit in your hotel room all day and you dream about the moment. The crowd's going even crazier than normal, and he is having himself a wonderful night.
To throw, it's Collier. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Más malos que el veneno.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down.
Get forward!
Going forward. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive game.
And the quarterback will be slowed down back at the 43. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Flushed out of the pocket.
Stop defense.
Throwing right. Throws it in. It's Bailey. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
A shot toward the end zone, and that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that have position.
They're dealing with a second and a long.
Right here, one time.
Leaves it with
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for a pass in the end zone to the right. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. You can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal.
Incompletion.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Rides the back and leads it on the option. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. What a day it's been on the ground for these 2 guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Let's go.
Sends it back in motion.
No mistakes out there, offense.
Back to throw. It's Pavia. Looking down the middle. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sends the offense back onto the field. Give to the single back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short.
Block it.
Running behind that left side. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took him right to the end zone, Dick.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
Let's get 2.
They'll move the wide receiver.
Get in the pocket.
Scanning the field. He's and he feels the heat coming in and burns him off. Another sack.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. That's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Down there.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get him at the line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dillon. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respect the better than they have. I would expect they'll take a major hit. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
This offense has it with really good field position. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll stick to the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And this one ought to be nice and easy. A 22-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find an easy completion and let him get back into the run.
Or find an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bobby. Unloads to the right. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
Keep them moving.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film that hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much.
He's doing a big play. That ball is high and inside the 35.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quickly, but it's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try the run.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it. Enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. The Commodores want to move quickly.
Boys, let's finish strong.
Push it in right now,
To
boys.
the air. It's pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up. With this one, 3rd and long. Looking at the run.
Keep going.
Tonight, it's an interception. And the ball's out there. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Out of all the ways to get a 1st down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. 1st down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily,
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.